Hello, everyone, and welcome in. This is Amy of AJC Magic TV. I do welcome you in. I know, hello, Penguin Master. I know at this time, I know there's a few people out in the parks streaming, so I can understand. I will be sharing some of the pins that I have and some that I just recently gotten from different areas. So I do welcome you in. Feel free to share out the stream. Um, also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you're new and watching. Consider subscribing. Check out all our videos and check us out. Right now, we're doing different things from home, whether we talk about Disney merchandise, pins, Disney parks, or sometimes we go in and around Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and Ohio. Welcome in, Ryan, Captain Akron. Thank you for joining. I do appreciate it. We'll be talking about pins. I also have some jokes I'll be telling as the time goes on, but maybe we'll start off with the jokes and then we'll go back and start the pins. So let me take care of some housekeeping. I do like to thank Dean of the Live Place at liveplace.com for hosting my channel. If you go to the liveplace.com, you can find all kinds of different channels, some family-friendly channels, and some are cruising, some are travel, Disney, Junior. There's all different types, and he's kind of like the TV guy for YouTube with different things. So if you're looking for family-friendly streams or streams about the parks or different people talking about the parks or sharing foods and all kinds of things, check out theliveplace.com. So thank you, Dean. Also at 7 p.m., I know the Disney Nerd Herders go on at 7 p.m. Also, Pete McDevitt goes on between 7 and 7:30. Today, he has the Diz Jabbers. Then at 8 p.m., What in the World? I'm sorry. At 8 p.m. is the D&G Explorers and also the Wonderful World of Walter. And then 9 p.m. Monarch Moments, and of course the This and That crew. So I know a lot of you are participating in The Biggest Loser. I am hashtag Team Shep. So not doing too bad. I wish I would have started. If it would have started sooner, I really would have crushed it there because I had lost a few good bit of weight as the time gone on there. Okay. I'll go ahead and start showing the pins and then I can re-show them as different people pop in. I don't know if any of you collect pins or different Disney types of things, but I have gotten really into the pins. A lot of these are from Disneyland, a few of them from different things as they opened, and then the 55th anniversary of It's a Small World. And I do like the Disneyland version of It's a Small World, and probably because like the song plays a little bit different at different times of the year, especially at the holidays. Even though they're playing that It's a Small World, it doesn't stick much into my head as much as like the Disney World. Plus, it just seems bigger and wider and everything there. Plus, then you do have to spot the characters and different stuff there too. But I have one of the pins from there, and then some of them are just generalized pins. But the first one I have is an old school Epcot pin, where they have all the country flags and everything. So that is an Epcot pin. Kind of has the old school logo with all the different countries that are around the World Showcase, and how they used to have a lot of the merchandise when it first opened, and they did kind of bring a little bit of that logo back, doing some retro Epcot as they changed the logo and everything around again. So this is a pretty cool pin here. I really like it. And I've been going to Epcot since it first opened. So I was there the first summer it was open. And that was my first Disney World trip. So I got to experience Epcot and the Magic Kingdom then that year. Next up, I'm sorry, I just have them in little bags and stuff because it keeps them a little bit more protective. This one is a Disneyland food and wine festival that did not happen, and they were selling the pins in one of their clearance things. So I was able to get this from someone who is out in California. It's not the Monarch Moments, but another person. And but this is the food and wine festival that did not happen at the Disneyland California Adventure. So Disney's California Adventure, but it is the food and wine festival that they normally have. It's one of their pins. So they had to get rid of them, and so I was able to pick up one of these to have be kind of a collector's thing since it was a year that did not happen for Disneyland. Yeah, I thought about doing a Lego build today, and I probably should have because I actually had the space and the table and everything, and I got home and kind of let the time get away from me on there. So, next up is another Disneyland pin that I had gotten, and it was when it first reopened back up. The magic is back for Disneyland. So whenever the reopening happened, I was able to get this pin. And it's pretty exciting because Disney World did not have a pin like that. They did t-shirts and stuff, but they actually did a pin for the reopening of Disneyland. So hopefully it never has to close again and it'll continue, but this is pretty cool to have. Just trying to grab some different ones. This next pin is from their destinations. The Disney Dream Destinations. And this one is the Cheshire Cat. I know they have some other ones, and I believe some new ones released today or yesterday. I think it was today because I was following the Disney Park blogs. Ryan, hello, Miss Sunny. Thank you for joining today. I'm just showing some Disney pins that I collect, where I do a lot of different pins and collecting and trading and stuff. But this one is the limited edition Destination Dream, Disney Destination Dreams. But this one is the Cheshire Cat, and he's featured on there. I know there's a new Hercules one that was released today, and there's a few other pins that released today too that look really cool. That's the only thing when you're collecting the pins. It can get quite expensive nowadays. I just collect limited edition, or if I'm at the Food and Wine Festival or Flower and Garden or the Arts Festival, so and maybe a favorite ride or the resort that I'm staying at, I'll collect the pin if they have something new. I'm not really, and then I have some cheaper type ones that I use for traders and everything. Welcome in, Randy and Kathy. Thank you for joining today. I know Resort TV 1 just went live and a few other people in the park. So I do welcome everyone in that has come in. I don't have a specific character. Do you have a specific character you collect? Not really. A lot of times I would say if I'm looking at things, it's usually Mickey Mouse. Different things that feature Mickey Mouse. And I do... if I gather up all the different pins, because they're all over the place right now and I need to get that organized, a lot of them feature Mickey or and Walt Disney himself, some of them. And I like Figment, so sometimes I'll pick up pins with Figment on there because I've always liked him from whenever I went back because I loved his ride originally. I know there's different inceptions of it that aren't as great as what the original ride is, but I would have to say Mickey Mouse is probably more what I collect as far as a character. And he seems to be on a good bit of them. on them. A lot of times I like to do the resorts that I stay at, or like the holiday pins, Christmas pins. So, like I said, I'll need to go through all my pins so I could do different features like at Christmas or different holidays. Welcome in, Daniel Disinfinity. Thank you for joining. I have a lot of Halloween pins because from the parties, and Christmas pins from the parties, and just regular Christmas pins that I found along the way. So yeah, it just varies. Lately, I've gotten a lot of Disneyland stuff that had come out. Was able to pick up, and the next two will be the Cars Land anniversary of Cars Land, and I was able to get the pass holder one, which is this one. It's on the Cozy Cone backer card, and it looked like it would open, but it doesn't. It's just pin on pin, and this one's the pass holder one from Disneyland. So that's Cars Land. I haven't been to Cars Land. I have been to Disneyland, but it was way before DCA was opened and built and opened. And I'm hoping to get out there. I'm not going to say soon, but possibly sometime in the near future or 2022. I'd like to wait and see when things are fully open, because if I go, I definitely would hope that they would have the walk and the footsteps with Walt tour and all of those things back. So it just depends on how quickly they get back to some of those normal tours and different things. But I really would like to go and check out DCA and everything. Welcome in, Cherie, Surfer Girl. Thank you for joining. But that one is the pass holder Cars. And then I do have another Cars Land one. Each year we buy pins, we buy a new lanyard. So fun to look through the different years. Yes, Randy and Kathy. Somewhere around in my house or in a drawer, I have pins from when the pins all started on two lanyards, at least two lanyards, or 1.5 lanyards, because one I used as a trader, and one of them were some of my nicer ones from the earlier parties when they started selling the pins and trading, because I used to buy the sets. And in 2019, I decided to buy another trader set just because I couldn't find that lanyard that had the traders and stuff. And I'll go look around the resorts to see if there's certain characters or different pins that catch my eye and stuff, and watch other people that do trade, because I do watch a couple of live streamers that that do go around and trade or show the pin boards around at various places and the resorts. I know if you stay at Old Key West and you're a pin trader, I heard that has some great pins there from the DVC cast members. I don't know if they have anything still set up there right now, because I know certain places do, but you kind of pin trade differently now. Yeah, it does help with that. And like the lanyard I bought had two of the same pins, so I could trade them or keep like one set and then the other, because they're just basically pins and everything. Pretty cool, Cherie. Yeah, I'll show you the one I got, and I probably should look and get the other one here soon before it sells out. And I'm also, I know I have a bunch of like trader type pins I'll probably be selling off and stuff, just because I have like a ton of pins that really are just like traders and stuff, or give them away to different people. But here's the other Cars Land one. This one's limited edition, the 15th anniversary. It has Mater and Lightning McQueen, and it's celebrating Cars Land. And it's a pretty cool backer card. It has flows on the pin. It's pin on pin. So it's pretty cool. I like that one. I do like the cars in the Cars Land. So that's one of the things that'll be cool. That's cool. Small World is one of my smaller collections. Yeah, I didn't go all the way down that thing, because they did have a few cool different doll pins of the different countries and stuff. I just stuck with one of the main ones. But I might have to go back and see if they still have that anniversary pin where they have the boat and the clock tower and everything. This one I decided to pick up. It's the pass holder one. I think that is for the 15th anniversary of the movie, not the land. Cars Land celebrates 10 years next year. Oh, okay, Daniel, it probably is. It just says 15th anniversary radiator spring. So, yeah, it probably is. Yeah, Cars. Sorry about that, Daniel. Yeah, it is for Cars. So I'll have to get Cars Land ones next year. But it's at least about 100 pins. Yeah, that's the thing when you start wanting to collect certain ones or certain collections of different people and things. It can get quite pricey because I know with the Halloween parties and the Christmas parties, I always end up buying the one box set. Yeah, I could see too because the way it's set up on the backer card, and it came from Disneyland too. But I do have the annual pass holder Disneyland It's a Small World pin. It's kind of reflecting off the light. But I like this one because it does feature the clock. And then like the pedals in the background kind of remind me how like when you're exiting the area. But this one has the outside of the of how Disneyland's It's a Small World is kind of set up. But this one's the pass holder one. Now I'll have to look and see if they still have the other particular pin that maybe you have where it does have like the clock tower and then the boat and stuff on there. But this one is the pass holder pin. And a lot of times I like to get the pass holder pins. I am a Disney World pass holder, but the Disneyland one's a little more rarer for me. And a lot of times it's rarer to get the pass holder pins anyway, because if you're not a pass holder, the only other way you could get them if you bought them on the black market type of thing. And then I have a couple more pins. Like I said, I need to organize mine. I do have like a pin bag, but I just have like envelopes full of pins right now that are like just scattered and different things. So I need to go through. I have ones from Galaxy's Edge and Food and Wine and Flower and Garden and also the arts festivals. That's one of the festivals I like to try to go to next winter is the Festival of the Arts. Because hopefully by January things will be up and running where they still featured a lot of different musical acts and stuff on the stage, even though it was like the Voices of Liberty and different things. But what they're doing with Flower and Garden, some of those bands that have been playing there have been really cool and really good whenever I get to watch a stream that they're showing those bands and everything. So it'll be fun to try to go to it. I started with Stitch, Lady and the Tramp. Now I also have Moana, Small World, Walt Disney, Three Caballeros, Patriotic Mickey and Minnie Wedding, and Mickey and Minnie Wedding pins, and miscellaneous Mickey Air Hat pens. Ah, okay. Now I have some patriotic ones. I've been trying to do the holidays, the resorts I stay at, some of my favorite rides, and if I'm there on an opening day, like when I was there for Galaxy's Edge, I grabbed the pins. I should be there for the 50th anniversary. I know I'm going to get up as early as I can so I can get to the Magic Kingdom and get in line, or however they're going to handle that to get the merch, especially the pins and any type of other merch, unless they hold back on different things. We'll see. The other collection that I just started now that's really cool are the Main Street USA windows. This one is, of course, Mickey Mouse himself. I only have two of these different ones. I know there's a few other ones out there. I don't think I'll get them all, but I just got a couple of them that I had seen and kind of liked. If I do see some others, I'll probably pick them up. But this is one of the windows of Main Street. I know two of them released today, Pinocchio, and I forget who the other one is that released today. They're supposed to open. I don't want to break it, so I'm probably not going to open it at the window. But this one is Mickey Mouse. Oh no, his just slides up and down where you could see Mickey opening and closing. I've seen another one where it opens, but I guess it's just the way the window is. I'd like to try to find the Haunted Mansion one. The Haunted Mansion is one of my favorite rides. I mean, I know I love the mountains and stuff, but something about that Haunted Mansion just really, I really like that. And it's just a fun all around ride. And then I have the one that has Donald Duck. He's supposed to represent the Roy, I believe the Roy Disney, yeah, the Roy Disney window. And I'm guessing the other windows are the other Imagineers or whoever maybe help with those characters. But that's the window. And then you can put it up. And I want to be careful because sometimes those little things break. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I think they are. But that's pretty cool there. Then I have about 2 more pins and hello, John Surfbum. Thank you for joining. I probably could have grabbed more of the pins that I had nearby. It was just, these were the newest ones that I had gotten recently. I don't have them now, but I had given them to my nephew because he's a big Star Wars fan. But I had gotten a couple pins from Disneyland Japan. They were like the Millennium Falcon. I got an Avengers one and a couple others that were Star Wars related that were made in Japan. But I had given it to him already because he's a big Star Wars fan and Marvel fan. So I gave him those. These ones he didn't get yet, but I picked up the Empire Strikes Back pins. Usually if you can get them, sometimes you'll see these like in different shops or whatever. But this one is the Empire Strikes Back with Chewie. And he's carrying C-3PO on his back from Empire Strikes Back. Last year was the anniversary. And this was on sale. So I was able to pick that up pretty cheap. And so that is the Chewie one. And then I have one more to show. I know last year I was able to pick up the 4th of July one and a few others on Shop Disney. I occasionally look through to see if there's something. A lot of times I want a lot of the pins, but you have to also, it's like a rabbit hole like everything else that you go down. But this one is Luke and Yoda. One of my favorite scenes. I love Yoda. But this is also from The Empire Strikes Back when he meets Yoda. And they're training to be a Jedi. So that was pretty cool. But that's all the pins that I have. We could play a game for a little bit longer. I love the Star Wars ones, yes. These ones will probably end up going to my nephew because he really loves Star Wars. And he's been collecting some of the pins whenever I get them like that. So I'll probably give them to him. Those are very cool. We got the Star Wars pins at WW when they first came out years ago. The ones that open up was a fun time finding them all. Yeah. Yeah, it's always fun to I like some of those mystery pins, but after a while, um, it took a while for me. I had seen that the last year they had, or before the whole shutdown, they had like football team ones, and it took me a couple bags, and I finally just went on eBay and bought the ones I was missing, because it seemed like though there was only certain ones that you were only able to get in one of the bags. So it was like, how many bags do you have to buy to get that? And you ended up with all the same pins. So I'll use them as traders and different things if different people want them. Because like I have a bunch of orange birds, and I have a bunch um, of the Splash Mountain Rabbit, Brer Rabbit from that football set, and a bunch of other ones too. So I'll use them as traders. I'll keep the Brer Rabbit ones, and I know Orange Bird's kind of rare. A lot of people like Orange Bird and everything. And once I get my pins organized, I can really show a lot of them. I do have like a pin board, because some of them I plan on possibly giving away or selling or trading and stuff, because a lot of them are traders and older ones. I think we got lucky that year on the pins, but it was that way for us with the time clock ones. Yeah, sometimes I can open them up and get almost all of them. I know they had the VHS cases. The only one I couldn't get was the Little Mermaid one. I kept getting all the same. The other ones, that was the only one I never got, was the Little Mermaid one. I have all of them except that Little Mermaid VHS tape. I thought about looking around for it, but I'm sure it's probably pricey just for that one, because it's probably the rarer one out of the bunch. And I know there was a couple people I had sent them because they never had pins and liked the one case and everything. So, but that was all the pins. Once I get a lot of them organized, I will show a lot more, or get out a board and show them. We don't have that one either. Yeah, it seemed like, because a couple of times I bought all the boxes that were in my Disney store, and that happened to me with the Haunted Mansion ones too that they had at the Disney store. I ended up getting duplicates and giving them away to different people that collect pins and stuff. The doubles, and I kept the ones that weren't doubles, but. And as time went on, I think I just traded them, because I knew I wouldn't finish the set anyway. I do have a couple jokes, and then I do have a puzzle game we can play. And the puzzle game, it's about movies, and then you just read the card of what it tells you what the movie. But I'll do a couple jokes, see if anybody can answer the jokes. They're just corny jokes. Some are like sayings, but these ones you come up with an answer for the jokes. But we'll go ahead and try. What's the best way to contact a fish? What's the best way to contact a fish? If anybody out there knows, what is the best way to contact a fish? I don't know if anybody would know the punchline for that or not. I'll give a few more moments, especially if you're watching the replay. You can try to guess the punchline. But what's the best way to contact the fish? Get a hook on it? No. You're close on that, but it's close to that, but not exactly. Surf Bum. We'll see if anybody else can get it before I give the punchline. Get a hook on it. You're pretty in that line of thinking there. We'll see if anybody else can guess, or you can try and guess again, just in case it's a little slow. And Daniel gets it with drop a line. Drop them a line. Yes. And Mike Wheeler, welcome in. Drop a line. Drop them a line. What's the best way to contact the fish? Drop them a line. Way to go, Daniel and Mike Wheeler. Okay, next one. How do you make an egg giggle? How do you make an egg giggle? No problem, Mike. Welcome in. How do you make an egg giggle? And Mike Wheeler gets it. Tell it a yolk. Tell it a yolk. Mike Wheeler gets it. Way to go, Mike. Fry it. That's true too. Okay, here we go. One more. Why didn't the shrimp share? Why didn't the shrimp share? Remember what type of fish a shrimp is. Why didn't the shrimp share? And Mike Wheeler gets it because he was a shellfish. Because he was a little shellfish. Way to go, Mike. I know the jokes are kind of corny, but that's what it is. It's called Amazing Corny Jokes. I picked it up at Walgreens after Christmas, and it was like a less than like 50 cents by the time I bought it. So just something fun to have. I was going to give it to somebody, and then I was like, oh, I need something to pass some time. I'll grab some trivia cards here in a moment, and we can play a little bit of trivia till 7 o'clock. When the Disney Nerd Herders go on, and also Pete McDevitt has his show where he talks to a creator, and it's the Diz Jabbers. And then at 8 p.m. is The Wonderful World of Walter, D&G Explorers, and then 9 o'clock, Monarch Moments, and the This and That crew. Okay, Mike, no problem. What did one hat say to another hat? What did one hat say to another hat? What did one hat say to another hat? And you probably kind of have to think about, hats off to you. Now, think about a hat and where it goes. So, what did one hat say to another hat? And then they're both on a shelf. I'll see if anybody else can try and guess. Then I'll grab some trivia cards. Top of the morning to you. Nah, I'll go ahead and give this one. You stay here, I'll go on ahead. You stay here, I'll go on ahead. So that was the corny jokes. And like I said, they have other like little quotes. Running late, had to go pick up Wally, not letting Irene see the talk about pins. Yeah, luckily we're done with the pins, so she'd have to watch the replay or rewind. Welcome in, Monarch Moments. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so Irene would have to watch the replay or rewind the stream there for the pins. But I can quickly show them there before we leave. But like they have quotes like, a snail who was tired of being slow went and bought a sports car with a big S painted on each side. Whenever somebody saw him zooming past, they would say, hey, look at that S car go. So he put S's on the side and they would say, hey, look at that S car go. So that was a quote that some of them have quotes and some of them have the jokes with the answers. A funny line. So if you're a comedian, this would be something that you could use in your repertoire. But we will switch over to some trivia cards. Let me see if I have a box. We'll just do some 21st century trivia game cards because that's the closest. And I think a lot of people like they like the Disney questions too. Gave you two ears up for the jokes. Thank you, Randy and Kathy. I'll grab some of the trivia cards. And these feature movies, sports, music, television shows, and history type of things. So we'll see if any of you. Let's see, not that. But we'll go ahead and I'll give you a few questions. Whose Black Ice World Tour grossed over 400 million? Whose Black Ice World Tour grossed over $400 million? Which band? It is a music question. Whose Black Ice World Tour grossed over 400 million? And I don't know if you've you've heard of different songs from them. Don't know if any. Mike Wheeler gets it with AC/DC. AC/DC. Way to go, Mike. It is AC/DC. Next question. The TV series Downton Abbey depicts the lives of what aristocratic family and their servants? The TV series Downton Abbey depicts the lives of what aristocratic family and their servants? I don't know if any of you have seen that television series. And Randy and Kathy get it with the Crawleys. The Crawley family from Downton Abbey. Way to go, Randy and Kathy. It is the Crawley family. Don't have paper, but see if I get some paper. Don't. And Mike Wheeler. Okay, next question. What horse won the Kentucky Derby, Preakness Stakes, and Belmont Stakes in 2015? What horse won the Kentucky Derby, Preakness Stakes, and Belmont Stakes in 2015? I don't know if any of you are horse racing fans, and if you would remember. I usually watch the horse racing, and I do remember this horse's name, but I wouldn't remember the year. Excuse me. But what horse won the Kentucky Derby, Preakness Stakes, and the Belmont Stakes in 2015, which means they won the Triple Crown? And Surf Bum got it. It is the American Pharoah. The American Pharoah. So John Surf Bum got it. I will take that answer. Way to go. Next question. In 2010, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill polluted the waters of what body of water? In 2010, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill polluted the waters of what body of water? Not the Pacific Ocean. And John Surfbum gets it with the Gulf of Mexico. The Gulf of Mexico. Way to go, Surfbum. Good guess, Daniel. Okay, next question. What stand-up comedian co-wrote, directed, and starred in the 2003 movie Head of State? What stand-up comedian co-wrote, directed, and starred in the 2003 movie Head of State? Of course, it started to rain out there today. It was beautiful all day, and now it's raining. Don't know if anybody knows the answer, but I'm going to go ahead and give the answer. It is Chris Rock. Chris Rock. Yeah, you guessed it, Chris Rock or Bernie Mac. Yes, it was Chris Rock. Okay, here we go. Next question. What city is the setting for the first season of the prequel Fear the Walking Dead? What city is the setting for the first season of the prequel Fear the Walking Dead? I never watched the Fear of the Walking Dead. I think I watched one episode, but I always watched the Walking Dead till I lost interest about a year ago or so. Just seemed like it was never, well, all those shows are like never ending. Not Atlanta. That's where the Walking Dead is depicted. In the Atlanta, Virginia area as they're walking towards DC, it sounded like. But what city is the setting for the first season of the prequel Fear the Walking Dead? It's not Atlanta, but it is a major city. Not Chicago, but that's a good guess. New Orleans? No, not New Orleans. And Garrett Monarch Moments gets it with Los Angeles. It is Los Angeles. So Garrett is on the board. Way to go, Garrett. Our Monarch Moments family. The next question. Albert Pujols led the Major League Baseball in home runs during the 2009 season. What team did he play for? Albert Pujols led the Major League Baseball in home runs during the 2009 season. What team did he play for? And John Surfbaum gets it. St. Louis. And I'll give Daniel, because he said St. Louis Cardinals. So welcome to the board, Daniel. It is the St. Louis Cardinals. Don't like that one. Okay, next question. The Descendants, which follows a lawyer reconnecting with his daughters after his wife is critically injured, takes place on what island? He went to LA Angels the next year, I think. Yeah, I think so. And I'm trying to think if he was on one of the bigger teams later, but anyway, I remember him playing for the Cardinals. The Descendants, which follows a lawyer reconnecting with his daughters after his wife is critically injured, takes place on what island? Think of Elena. Not Maui and not the Hawaii island, but it is one of the Hawaiian islands. So you got two to choose from, or two left to choose from there. But it's not Maui or Hawaii. Not Oahu. Molokai. Nah, not that particular island. The KAI kind of is the ending of this particular island, or the AI. Molokai. No. We'll see if anybody can get it. If not, I will go ahead and give the answer. But it is Kauai, the island of Kauai. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. Whose song Cruise spent an impressive 24 weeks at the top of Billboard's Hot Country Songs? Whose song Cruise spent an impressive 24 weeks at the top of Billboard's Hot Country Songs? I don't know if any of you are country fans or not. Not Toby Keith. Not Blake Shelton. But their name is Two States, if you know them. Their name is Two States. I'll see if anybody comes in with the answer, and then I will give the answer if nobody does in a few minutes here. And Daniel Disinfinity gets it with the Florida Georgia line. Florida Georgia line. And Ryan Captain Akron got it, but he did Georgia Florida line, which pretty much. So we will give Ryan. Okay, get your fingers ready for this next one. What NFL teams fans are known as the Who Dat Nation? What NFL teams fans are known as the Who Dat Nation? Yeah, I've heard of them. A lot of times, though, I hear songs and I don't know who's really playing them or singing them. And Penguin Master and Captain Akron get it with the New Orleans Saints. So Penguin Master and Captain Akron. And we'll do a couple more as it's getting close to the 7 o'clock, and I've seen different lives going. Okay, what amusement park celebrated its 50th anniversary in 2005? Oh, Surfbomb also got the New Orleans Saints. Somehow I missed you on there, Surfbomb, but you got it too. What amusement park celebrated its 50th anniversary in 2005? They shouldn't have put an amusement park in there. Candyland. No. Daniel gets it with Disneyland. Way to go, Disinfinity. It was Disneyland. Candyland. That's Garrett's World of Candyland there. Okay. What TV show revolves around single mother Lorelai and her daughter Rory? Hershey. Hershey probably, yeah, I don't know what anniversary they have nowadays. That's too easy for us Disney fans, yes. What TV show revolves around single mother Lorelai and her daughter Rory? And Mike Wheeler comes in and gets it with Gilmore Girls. The Gilmore Girls. Way to go, Mike. Okay, I'll go with two more questions and then I will end the stream. I'll recap the pins real quick. for some people who may have missed them. What prequel to Monsters, Inc. was released in 2013? What prequel to Monsters, Inc. was released in 2013? And Daniel gets it with Monsters University. Penguin Master, you are a close second. But Daniel gets it. Way to go, Daniel. Okay, here we go. What song released by DJ and producer Bauer spent 5 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 after it became a popular internet meme or meme? Love and Monsters. What song released by DJ and producer Bauer spent 5 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 after it became a popular internet meme or meme? I know a lot of people probably will know it or heard about it or heard it, but I don't know if you remember or not. Hello, the Philly crew. Thank you for joining. Thank you for dropping in. See if anybody gets it. What song released by DJ and producer Bauer spent 5 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 after it became a popular internet meme? And there is a town in New York City by that name. I guess nobody really knows it, but it was the Harlem Shake. The Harlem Shake. You went to Gus and Yaya's yesterday. It was the Harlem Shake. That's pretty cool, Penguin Master. I love the snow cone ice. Okay, here is the last question. Yeah, it was the Harlem Shake, Daniel. I just remember that being a funny thing or whatever. I don't remember too much about it. But here is the next question, and it will be the final question. Oh man, I almost remembered it in time. Yes. I heard of it, but I don't remember too much of it. So obviously it didn't make too much of an impression on me. In 2008, Prince Harry was deployed to what country? The first time a member of the royal family has served in a war zone since the Falkland Wars. The town in NYC gave it away, yes. In 2008, Prince Harry was deployed to what country? The first time a member of the royal family has served in a war zone since the Falkland War. Oh, Surfbomb, you're close. But that's a good guess. And Daniel and Randy and Kathy came in with Afghanistan. So yes, it would have been one of two countries, Iran or Afghanistan. And it was Afghanistan. Or Iraq, I mean. Iraq or Afghanistan. But the answer was Afghanistan. But that will be the evening. I will quickly go over the pins again for anyone who has missed. And then I did see the Disney Nerd Herders went live at 7 p.m. And I believe they're talking about Tomorrowland and the Magic Kingdom. And then Pete McDevitt will be interviewing the Diz Jabbers. I believe he was doing that. Plus, he does various baseball streams. But I'll quickly show some of the pins. This one was the reopening of Disneyland pin that they released. There was a couple other ones, but this is the one I really liked. This one was a food and wine from last year that was supposed to happen at Disney California Adventure. That never happened. So this is probably a good collector's item because this is a food and wine festival that really never happened. And then this one is the Cheshire Cat. I know they're in the plastic bags, but you could watch the replay or rewind the stream and you could see them better outside the plastic. But this is the Cheshire Cat from the Disney Destination, Dream Destinations. This one is just a basic Mickey with Epcot with the old logo of all the countries that were in the World Showcase. Then I have two of the Windows, Donald and Mickey from the Windows series. I know two of them released today, and there are two other ones. I know there's a Haunted Mansion one out, and I don't know what the other one, but there was Pinocchio and another one that got released today. But that's the Windows. One represents Walt and one represents Roy. And then I picked up the 40th anniversary, Luke and Yoda. Oops, sorry. And then Chewbacca carrying C-3PO from The Empire Strikes Back. Thank you, Ron and Meredith. And then this one is the pass holder from the Disneyland's It's a Small World 55th anniversary. It is the pass holder one. I didn't pick up the other one. That they had a bunch of other ones that either featured the dolls, but there is another like one that celebrates the 55th anniversary that was on Shop Disney. I'll have to pick that one up. And then I picked up the 15th anniversary of Cars. I thought it was Cars Land, but it's Cars. They show Cars Land type of thing on there, but this is from Cars, when Cars was released 15 years ago, with the Cozy Cone, and then Tow Mater, and Lightning McQueen. So that is all there is. Thank you, Garrett. I do appreciate that. Thank you. So I do thank everyone for joining tonight. Thank you, Daniel. And like I said, if you want to see them out of the plastic, watch the replay or rewind the stream. You'll see them because I did them at the beginning. But I do thank everyone for joining. Make sure you have that notification bell rung because I may go live somewhere. You never know. Or another trivia stream that might be late night or in the afternoon. I also have Legos that'll be building. So I might do a Lego build. I got tons of BrickHeads that build. You're all welcome. I do appreciate it. And like I said, there's the Disney Nerd Herders. There's Pete McDevitt Show. Also, The Wonderful World of Walter or D&G Explorers at 8 p.m. And then, of course, Monarch Moments and the This and That Crew at 9 p.m. So everyone have a great night and let the adventures begin. Good night, everyone, and thank you for joining. Bye.